We back in this bitch, and today we're gonna be reacting to everyone says Streaming University would fail, but then this happened by Omizi, the guy. Now I haven't really been keeping up with Streaming University, just the little clips here and there. Luckily for us, our boy Omizi came in clutch once again. So shout out to boy Omizi, and let's get into it.
Look, it's a holiday, and for those that are either out of work because of it or are out of work because they need to hit up Indeed, the biggest streaming event of the year has ended, and we've got everything covered for you if you missed out.
Come on, Ben. Oh, sorry, Ben. Oh, shit. Shit, I know it's Woody War again. It's Woody War again. Oh, oh, no. Oh.
Guy does look like an evil little chihuahua.
Oh, it's that one. Well.
So I have a lot of thoughts about Streaming University, and I'm going to go into a bunch of detail about it in this video, but I want to start off by saying I think that this was one of the most creative and innovative things that has been done surrounding streaming. I think streaming gets a bad rap all the time. You know, people think that IRL streaming is extremely lazy, desktop streaming is extremely lazy, but so when Kai Cenat came in, decided to do streaming at a university with a little bit of a different spin on it, it was very refreshing to see. It was IRL with a purpose, at least if you came into it with that kind of perspective. So it was refreshing to see these things. Now, did that mean it went off without a hitch? Absolutely not.
Now listen, if you are caught, if people know where you are at, you will be arrested for trespassing. We have cops here. This is ours for the final days we have. The amount of cops that are on lock from police you just see and undercover are all around. I have cameras all over campus, everywhere.
And hell, that was just at the beginning.
It's crazy how this nigga came from just recording videos in his room to now blowing his own event, got cops on payroll. Like, damn. Shout out Kai, bro. Proud of you, nigga.
Of Streamer University, because a lot of people wanted to be in touch with this, but I don't want to harp on the negatives in the beginning. Kai fired up this stream at the beginning where he showed off class, gave the orientation, you know, the first speech. Hood Mr. Beast came out and gave $10,000, and this was all broadcast.
One thing I'll give this nigga too though, this fucker is creative as hell, bro. Like no one else doing what he doing, bro. And damn. That's some tough shit.
To 500,000 people live, which will mark Kai Cenat's third biggest stream ever. We were going to announce the professors, announce that everyone was leaving with a phone because T-Mobile sponsored the event, a Samsung Galaxy S25, and 1 year of free 5G service so people could do the IRL streams. And when I say it started off without a hitch, and the whole weekend honestly was a very, very positive experience as a whole. But I wish I could say that it was 100% positive because there always will be these bad actors when it comes to doing things like this. One of the biggest issues and complaints from Streamer University this past weekend was the big streamer, small streamer relationships and how they were supposed to mingle and coexist with one another.
There's a lot of people that I thought would be approachable but aren't. So.
Exactly.
And it's not even that I'm not going out my way because I am, and that's not even like me. I don't even be doing that. Like,
who's not approachable?
you have names in mind?
Oh, 100%. Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I think that it's a shame that a lot of the small creators had this type of reaction or interaction with the big streamers or the other people on campus. And I don't necessarily think that it's the big creators' fault. I think that it's their expectations over anything. I think that people came into this with a notion that they were going to have just free range and free access to some of the biggest creators in the community. And I mean the biggest creators, and I mean free range and free access. But truly and genuinely, that's not how that works. Now look, I'm not saying that these bigger streamers don't have to be I don't know, just good people in general, which I wasn't there. I don't have the full on experience, but that's not what they're saying in these videos. I personally believe that a lot of streamers came with some sort of notion or idea as to what was supposed to happen, and it did not happen. We've seen that happen at many sorts of events when it comes to content creators, whether it be DreamCon, whether it be, I don't know, MomoCon, whether it be any of the conventions, or even the situation of Streamer University. People go there with different sorts of ideas in their mind, preconceived notions, or whatever the case may be, and then are ultimately disappointed when their big streamer doesn't collaborate with them.
Like, my whole thing with it is, like, okay, it's like school. Like, literally, Streaming University school. But anyway, like school. Like, okay, we all in the same spot for sure. But in honest reality, it's levels to this shit. Like, certain people don't hang out with certain people. You know, certain people kind of like up there in school. You know, some people you're just a regular Joe. You know what I mean? As much as we don't like to dive into those popular stereotypes of high school, that honestly and truly a lot of times that's what it is, bro. That you got the niggas who popular and you got the niggas who just regular. You know what I mean? Basically. So it's like, while it should be a case where these niggas should be able to just walk up, do their thing and all that, honestly and truly, that just ain't gonna be the case. Cause like, nigga, if you averaging like 100 viewers, this nigga averaging a couple thousand viewers, it's like, come on, bro, we on different levels. Like, your approach can't just be, hi, I'm streamer. Like, no shit, all of us are streamers. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be direct and like, your approach has to be purposeful. You know what I mean? Because honestly, these niggas ain't gaining nothing by fucking with you. If you small and they bigger, pause. They have no reason to fuck with you. You know what I mean? So you got to come with something. You know what I mean?
Everybody, what? For ego and small streamers.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's getting mad at me like, what are you talking about, bro? No, I'm telling the truth.
Be a real
ego
nigga.
in niggas. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, nah, niggas is. I peep.
Niggas ego in niggas?
Yeah, bro.
Niggas leaving them out of shit, all types of shit.
For sure.
Bro, this shit not for big creators, bro. This shit for the small creators, bro.
Yeah.
And the big creators still staying to each other, like, nigga, when this shit over with, I can still clap with each other when this shit over with, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck with the small niggas, bro. Help them get their shit. Yeah.
I saw a lot of smaller streamers not go with any sort of plan or idea when it came to creating their content. I tapped into these people's broadcast or their VODs or whatever that were on Twitch, and I saw a lot of people holding their phone, recording other people while they make content. That to me is not what I would consider an attempt at content creation. And maybe your big brained idea is dancing or trying to jump into a kerfuffle mindlessly and hoping for your own viral moment. But I don't know why bigger streamers would be obligated to do those sorts of things. I think one of the biggest missteps that I saw from this weekend from a lot of the small streamers is that they just did not have things planned. I didn't see a lot of people take on different personas, have characters, you know, have a content plan and go out there and put it into place. I just saw people live streaming, IRL streaming, recording them walking around or recording the specific class that they're in. And I don't think that that's the best way to go about doing content. So you can't get mad when, I don't know, Duke Dennis doesn't want to jump into your TikTok trend. He's done 6 of them today. And that's not a real content plan. Now, I will say there are some small creators who did have legitimate gripes as to what the big streamers were doing.
I wanted to bring this to you because obviously this is very important, and the teachers are saying, they're saying real shit, and I'm trying to learn. But it feels like the bigger creators, they're just trying to have a viral moment to where the teacher gets distracted, and I'm real life trying to learn.
And that is real because I saw a video of Agent's, you know, streams where he was giving out true game, and he had to tell the audience or his onlookers or his class or whatever to be quiet several times. He was giving out real things that people, even the bigger streamers, needed to go and take back to their own camps and do their own things. But instead of doing what needed to be done, they were trying to get a clip off or they were trying to go viral. And there were small streamers doing the same thing too. So I do think that that is a legitimate gripe. But if people are complaining about, you know, they couldn't get their moment to create their TikTok with, I don't know, DDG or something like that, go back to the drawing board, big fella. Now, also because there are a bunch of younger individuals at a college campus, naturally there's going to be some sort of bullying going on. I don't think it's right, but it happened this past weekend.
But also, you gotta understand the environment these niggas in, well, at least were in. Because, yeah, we had to learn shit, but we also, come on now, let's be cheap. We also here for the moment, you know what I mean? Like, this just, while this is an opportunity to, definitely amazing opportunity to network and actually learn shit from the niggas who doing this at a high level, this is also a space to make multiple viral moments from a plethora of different people. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a give and a take. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can do your thing, learn or whatever, right? But at the same time, you gotta have to take what came with it, because nigga, we had to make content at the end of the day, for real. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And I will honestly say kudos to the community for the way that it was treated, because she was on the verge of dropping out of Streamer University.
Someone was being hateful. People came into my chat and then, told me about it. And it's just, they let Kai know. Not him, no. I contacted our admissions panel. I said, I don't want anyone to get in trouble for this. I just think it's important for us to remind people that we're all in the same position and that we need to treat people with kindness. That's what I told them.
And I think that's big, because ultimately what happened to her takes away from the greater event that was going on from Streamer University. Somebody being rude, somebody being bullying, while they're all there to attempt to become bigger, better, greater
Didn't someone get expelled for this shit?
creators, honestly does nothing for the conversation. But like I said, a bunch of the community did very well in wrapping their arms around this young woman, and ultimately not just getting to the bottom of the situation, but helping her become a better person, content creator, streamer, and just showing her love and embrace.
A lot of people from her stream coming on my Instagram, TikTok, all that, saying I call her names and stuff like that. Now they're coming at me. So I didn't know she was here or anything like that. So then went on Twitch, searched her name up, saw you were here. So I'm like, okay, let me go find her, try to clear things up, because I swear I'm not even like that. I'm not messy or anything. So I just want to apologize. Thank you for apologizing too, but
she says that after being messy. Okay, pop off.
Yeah,
just being in front of a camera, tough skin, you gotta learn to embrace the jokes about yourself, or just any negativity, because it's always gonna be negativity, it's always gonna be positivity, it's always gonna be it's never gonna be a 50-50 balance. It's always gonna be negative niggas, it's gonna be positive niggas. You gotta have that thick skin for real.
Listen, they think I'm musty, okay? So I'm telling you right now, it's okay.
It's okay. I know.
You got this shit.
Oh,
Hi, Evil Twin.
what the hell? My evil twin is here? Kai.
Hi.
Hello.
What you doing? What's been going on?
So basically, just yesterday, just chilling out, streaming, desktop stream, getting used to everything. People come to my chat, say, this person is saying this and that about you. Specifically, they said, oh, her hair is nappy.
Who?
I don't want to say
Hair? Who?
I don't want to say their name. Thank you so much for another gifted child. Thank you so much. I hope I say your name right. Oh my god. Rage. I just don't even know how to pronounce. Thank you so much for another 100 gifted. You guys are so sweet.
Not only was that one,
But I don't know. Hey, you can't never say what the future holds, because I ain't gonna lie. Life is how you doing some dumb shit sometimes. But I don't think I could ever get to that point where I start crying and all that. Bro, I feel if I ever get emotional to the point, I feel I only get emotional I don't know. If I hit a crazy milestone in this shit or something, bro. I don't know what would cause me, and I'd have to be live to even slip up, bro. Because I swear to God, if I just record on some regular shit, I would pause that video so quick, catch myself, come back. But bro, I don't think y'all ever see me cry on this bitch, bro. What? No way. I feel that's embarrassing, bro. The child her though, she seemed cool as shit. Seemed like a sweetheart.
the best things to come at it, but something that I alluded to earlier in the video is that Agent 00, another content creator that became a professor at Streamer University, was literally one of the best classes, the best class at Streamer University, because he was very open, honest, and transparent about what his life is like now as a streamer and how people can get to that level.
That also was
Shout out Agent.
put it in the tax number. So it is just overall a pretty rough month. But even though that's the case, we absolutely crushed it. That's peak for me, by the way. That's peak. In the first 10 seconds of this, that means that the video is likely to perform bad, because if people leave early, less watch time. Watch time is king. This video is always, there's always gonna be some drops, but you see how it holds?
This is the unique thing about Streamer University. There's not too many places and spaces in which content creators really pour their heart out. I mean, literal screenshots from their own videos that will give you an insight as to what to do, what to look at, etc., etc. I think a lot of content creators figure out that their journey is them by themselves doing trial and error and trial and error and trial and error until they ultimately quit. Hell, that's life. They either quit, they succeed, but it's a bunch of trial and error by themselves. But what was happening at Streamer University, specifically through Agent's class, is that he was giving people the opportunity to learn from somebody who has a decade plus in the game with real life examples and real life screenshots. And then to top it all off, he then extended them brand opportunities for people who have never had brand deals, which would ultimately kickstart their careers in content creation by giving them some capital to back up everything.
They're willing to offer $5,000 to 3 different streamers to do their first ever brand deal, okay? So I mulled it over with the chat, and the decision was Esty, Coach, and Kai. Can you please come to the front of the class?
This overall was a major success. Do not get me wrong. As many negatives as we talked about, this was something that people should look at in order to replicate and do as much as possible. I mean, the opportunity to get real life experience from actual certified content creators that we all know and love, become the second most watched category on Twitch for the past couple of days. I'm talking about 23 million watch time hours. You know, brands offering Kai Cenat money like Tubi and Netflix and Amazon. Everybody having career ascensions. We saw that happening in the award ceremony where people's Twitch stats literally rose overnight because of Streamer University.
Danny Bands. Congrats, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna try to do this without crying. First of all glory to God. This has been the best experience of my life. Everyone was so nice to me. Shout out to everybody here. You all deserve to be here. And I'm glad. I hope every single one of you got out of it what you're supposed to get out of it, and as much as you deserve to get out of it.
Danny went from 70 average viewers to 2,600 average viewers during this whole time and gained like 115,000 followers. That's amazing success. But it seems like there's always going to be bad apples in the bunch that are going to jeopardize this sort of production happening in the future. Last night at the end of Streamer University, some people got totally out of pocket. There was a few creators that thought clip farming was the meta to go, and I've been telling people about clip farming being bad on this channel for a very long time. So they decided to break into Agent 00's room, the best teacher on campus, and not only destroy stuff, but also steal from him.
Open the fucking door, nigga.
That's all you.
You think I'm fucking playing, nigga?
What the fuck?
Where these niggas at? Where does Jay nigga at?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Hold on, this dead ass, bro. Bro.
Y'all niggas think it's appropriate to come in my fucking room when I'm not there? It's a difference between content, nigga. Learn the fucking difference, bitch ass nigga. Get this nigga the fuck out of here.
Giving very Zoe Spencer vibes. Now, ultimately, they did resolve this in
I like hello, Beezy, bro. This nigga jokey, bro. But bro, that's crazy though. Like, some people could really fuck up an opportunity, but like you could give some people the world and they will find a way to royally fuck it right up, bro. Like, damn.
Agent gave him one of the better life lessons yet again when it came to Streamer University.
There's lines, bro.
No, you're right. You're right.
You crossed the line.
You're right.
I feel violated.
No, you're right. You're right. And I'm sorry for that. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong.
I appreciate the apology. Look, bro.
And hopefully people go on with their life.
And this type shit is what's kept me with like streaming like all these different characters of people, and it's like, bro, some people cannot figure out where the line is. You know what I mean? And bro, I'm the type of person, I get emotional easy, and that could be some crying shit or that could be some rage shit, bro. Like, bro, I don't know if people keep it together with these, like, bro, that's something I gotta learn, bro, because it's like, buddy, I would have fucked that nigga right up. Like, buddy, I would have lose everything in that moment because, bro, But I guess that's professionalism as it comes with years and shit, bro. That's insane. That's basic disrespect, bro. That ain't even like on some jokey, funny shit. That's just disrespectful. We like go in nigga room and take his shit, bro. Like that's crazy, bro.
Lives and realize that there's levels to content creation.
Shout out to the agent for keeping it together. Fuck.
That don't involve being some sort of nuisance. And I would also be remiss to mention that, you know, there was another incident that happened on the final night of Streamer University where a gang of students led by Rakai also started a drama, fight, war, whatever in the hallways that led to the injury of a young woman. Ultimately, police got involved and it caused Kai Cenat to make some sort of announcement.
Leave it to Rakai, but this little chaotic little fuck, boy. Oh my god, this nigga. Every time I see Rakai online, he always doing some crazy shit, bro. And it's like, damn, nigga.
She got shot in her eye?
Oh.
You okay? What is it, water?
No, somebody shot me in the eye. BB gun.
Okay. Okay, let's get you downstairs. Let's get you downstairs.
I shielded it from Kai too. I protected him.
Which Kai?
Kai Cenat.
He was here?
Yeah, he was on the floor. He was next to me when I got shot.
Oh wow. Oh my.
What did you do?
Nigga, one of the students got hit in the eye with an Orby, and she's claiming the last thing she saw was me. And she's telling police I'm the one.
Everybody, if you are on campus, I had a spotlight on my phone. Relax. Everybody, clean. Everybody. Because somebody got hurt. So now I'm on my way to the hospital, and all I'm asking for y'all is to clean. Because everybody y'all not being considerate.
And there's a whole video after this weekend to make about Rakai himself and nuisance streaming and taking it too far and all this other stuff. Some of the stuff that people have been signaling for a very long time, but we'll save that for another day. But this is the stuff right here that causes Kai Cenat to not be able to do this stuff anymore. Something that he alluded to in part of his streams is that he's not going to be doing Streamer University ever again because of stuff like this. Now, he might have taken it that way in the moment, but I don't think that that young woman was saying the last thing that she saw was Kai Cenat, being the fact that he caused this in some way, shape, form, or fashion. What he's literally saying is, I saw Kai Cenat. Like, Kai Cenat was literally next to her, and when the Orby hit her in the eye, the last thing she could see out of her other good eye was Kai Cenat. But the way that the narrative is going to get spun, etc., that's what happened. But this is why this isn't open to any and everybody. Content creators and non-content creators don't mix for this specific reason, because content creators know what the boundaries and the limits are, while non-content creators, you know, get lost in the sauce and take things too far with people that they ultimately don't know. I think the way that it was handled by Agent, along with the other situation where the young woman was bullied, any of these situations that happened was ultimately good, but this is the problem with this IRL streaming stuff. This is not content. At the end of the day, I don't want that to mar what happened from the whole Streamer University experience. Of course, there were going to be some people who didn't get out of it what they wanted to because they thought that this was going to be their come up or their get out of the hood free card, or they were just going to have a bad experience. There were also going to be people that took advantage of it and disrupted the natural order of the place and space and be bad faith actors. That's always going to happen. But there were so many people that came out of this experience better than when they came in. They have a true kickstart and they have guidance, which a lot of content creators don't have usually when they do content creation as a journey, and they will be able to be better content creators. Are all of them going to stick? Of course not. But are some of them going to make it and be better the next year and the next year and the next year? Absolutely. I hope in the future people are able to put on things like this for YouTube, for TikTok, for Twitch, for Kick, whatever the case may be, so we can all become better content creators. Because if the ecosystem is thriving, then it benefits everyone.
W Streaming University. Not gonna lie, that's some crazy shit, bro. I don't know. I would have dealt with that shit, bro. Especially all I see with this Rakai dude is him freaking himself right out, but like he a kid though, like, and like that's no real excuse. He's still so young and immature and don't really get it. That like, yo. And he just seemed like the type of person who gonna take it to the limit regardless. Like, not content or no content. Like, he just seemed like that type of person. Like, that one kid who never know when to stop, you know? He just seemed like one of those people at heart. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy that it played off for Kai, because I was really scared from when he announced it that I thought it was gonna be a flop. I ain't gonna lie. I'll put my hands up and admit I thought it was gonna be a flop. I ain't gonna lie. I thought this shit was gonna blow up. I thought it was just gonna be pure chaos, but some nice moments came out of it, and obviously some benefits came out of it. So, like Meezy said, I hope that people get what they needed to get out of it, and those who actually took in the information actually create some real shit. Because I ain't gonna lie, in the IRL streaming community, like I say, I'm not really tapped in like that as much as I should be, but it seems to be a lot of just regular people doing some form of content. It's just cheap content. You know what I mean? It's like, if any of you have a Roku TV, y'all understand what I mean. Like y'all ever see like them cheap ass movies on like the built-in streaming service on Roku? Like it's like that. It's like low budget ass content that a lot of these niggas making. And I hope this makes it better for them and helps them move properly. But yeah, anyway, that's me. Shout out Kai, shout out Omeezy for this dope ass video. And it's been your boy Alson Lewis. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.